Oh my goodness! Tenaris RPG 5e. This is my final thoughts. Let me just get this out of the way. I'm only $5 pledging because there's so many great Kickstarters at the minute that I'm backing. So I don't want to throw all my budget for September and October on this monster. But I do intend to late pledge, of course, because it is incredible. And I'll come out the gate by saying this is by far the best RPG ever made for two reasons. One, the art is so much of a step above anything that's out there in RPGs. Secondly, it's been written by the legends of D&D writing and role-playing games of the past. The legends. It's like an eclectic team. It's a dream team. And if you've got to add a third in there, which is optional, you can get all the minis. And not just all the minis. We're talking about 84 unique minis, a dragon set. Oh my god, it's so exciting. Bosses box. So much going on here. Now, where to start? Because this is an absolute epic Kickstarter. And I don't want to waste your time by repeating stuff that I said in my first video. Because everything I said in my first video still holds water today. But we need to jump to the bottom. So let's read this magazine from the back page and go backwards. Because it's the add-ons which are curiously entertaining. Now, there is more videos that's come out, and the RPG ones definitely recommend you check out. Stretch goals wise, lots of stuff was being added, and it was frankly blowing up. I'm guessing the add-on to make it GM-less, so you can play the RPG story without a games master. So it's not one versus many, it's a co-op experience or a solo experience. That really, really evolved through the stretch goals. It was fantastic, it really was. Lots of new classes and subclasses were unlocked, which is really, really good. This one, Ghazni as a hero, was spectacular, coming from the Arena board game community of the first game. I love the monk class, really going to get into that one. And yeah, just some standout stuff that's in this list. You'd have to check out all the updates for that. But the campaign sourcebook for the RPG was just getting so much more magic, weapons, skills, etc. It's just becoming one epic book for making your RPG campaign. It really is. Now, confirmed though, the storage for the RPG and the minis is essentially, some of the minis are going to go into the Tanaris box, whilst the rest are going to go in the Penumbral pack box here. And I'm not so certain that the terrain, I call it a terrain pack, I'm not so sure if that is going to be in its own box or not. But some of the stuff is phenomenal that's coming to the RPG. It's very, very exciting. And this one's good. A new hero, Ed Greenwood's character. Now, Ed Greenwood is a legend in the industry. What character is it going to be? It looks like he's holding maybe a sword. And he's got some kind of spalders on the shoulders there. So I don't know. But he looks like he's got a robe on at the same time. So I wonder what it is. A warlock. We've got a warlock class. What class is it going to be? It's going to be interesting when that comes out. There's still, like, time for the campaign to tell us stuff. So this is coming in the 48 period, so you've got time to just digest stuff. Right? Essentially, if you get in the board game, or you have the board game, the scenario pack, which is the terrain pack, completely gets rid of all your tokens for that game, which is great, and it'll actually get rid of all your tokens that you're using for PvP as well, which is good too. It's a complete massive upgrade. Now let's quickly get up because it's the big ones after. Yeah, the Special Deluxe Slip case found. This is a really nice one. In fact, it's very complex when you want to go and buy this, but they've simplified it in an update, and we'll go in there shortly. But yeah, the ninja, another fantastic subclass. Look at the art on the ninja, just stunning from the team here, just absolutely amazing. I love that new spells are coming for each class. They're calling it a circle. More of these high-level one-shot, level 1 character sheets, backstory stuff. So this is kind of neat. These are kind of these are designed for bringing people into the roleplay where they don't need to create their own character. They can get a pre-rolled one, level 1 here, and it comes with their own backstory as well. So it's like almost a tutorial. It's fantastic, that one. Love it. This was a huge thing that came out, a premium laser cut dice, and I'll talk about these dice in just a moment. This is actually going to be added to the thematic dice set, which is a new add-on, and I like that these cards here are going in the class and villains, because the class and villains are going to be used in the RPG and the board game, and this is more equipment for that. That's great. Love that there's banners coming for the scenario pack. We're getting really up on the big ones here. These nice pillars. These are really cool. The actual poster map of the world has got so many new locations now for doing adventures there. It's really, really cool. All of the miniatures in Arena of the Contest are going to be made into the compendium digital book with Tanaris. Now, they have said that it's not possible to actually put this as a physical book, partly because of translation, possibly, and it may come out in the future that they might print it out. So this is as good as they can get it to without delaying the bloody campaign. Now, Izzadin's height. Izzadin is the gold dragon, and it's going to get way bigger. And Tarosk is also been added. So yeah, interesting stuff going on with minis, making them absolutely massive. I've dropped my pledge here to 5 though, and I'm not going to be able to get my free mini because you need to have a bigger pledge. So that's going to put me back $29. I wish though that they said you get the gold dragon if you backed early, which I did, and you can then upgrade your pledge in the pledge manager, because otherwise it's taking like 6 games away from me just to get the gold dragon, so forget that. Can't really do it, and I'm not really buying it for myself. There's 4 of us here that have kind of said that we cannot pick our pledge on this. Not yet. We have to wait for the pledge because it's too busy Kickstarter at the minute. It really is. So much goodness coming out. Oh, it's amazing, this quarter 3. Anyhow, just really coming up to the 2 million mark, which I think it is probably going to hit, knowing how Kickstarter's doing U on the graph. But this is an interesting one. 50 times the high-level one-shot and level 1 character sheets plus backstory and all of the heroes from Dragori. What? This is all of the heroes from Arena of the Contest and Tanaris Adventures made 1-level character sheets. Oh my god, that's amazing! That is amazing. Amazing, 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 because we have all the minis, we'll be probably playing them through the adventure, and then you can take them throughout your favourite characters. Oh, it is so good. I love this. Now, the Penumbral Tarosk here, he's going to be the end boss character of the Penumbral story, which is, you basically play Tanaris, then you play the Penumbral story, and once you've nuked this guy, that's when you go on the Tanaris extra adventure. Okay, so the actual adventure that was unlocked it's not related to the Tanaris adventure box adventure, it's related to post that, so it's after you've defeated this big beast here. And that is going to be the final one, I think, the 200k. let's go into the updates because we need to kind of just check these. I'm not going to be in here too long. I'm trying to make this video just a good summary of all the greatness that's been happening. This is the dice pack. You're basically getting 2 dice for each character in each character class in the game. This is phenomenal. It is very expensive, however. But when I did my late pledge for Tanaris, I did add a dice pack in. So when the pledge manager does come, I'm hoping to take my dice pack out of that and upgrade it to this, because it's a solid upgrade. It really is. And it will replace the dice from the main games. And if you come in here just for the RPG, this is going to be fantastic anyway, isn't it? You're getting these extra dice too for when you're in the penumbral part of the world. So you don't... It is very, very cool. I really like this. Really, really like it. You can see the classes here that you're going to be getting. And, yeah, super, super cool. Of course, it's absolutely optional, but for me, I can't say no to that. There's another update I want to bring to your attention of another update. So, let's swing to that. Well, here it is. It's the 24 dungeon map upgrade. Oh my god. You know, this is absolutely fantastic because the... You know, when you go into the Realms of Madness, we don't actually have board games for that, do we? We don't have... We've got board games for Tanaris, we've got board games for Arena, but we don't have board game for Realms of Madness, do we? But here, this is dungeon maps. These are fantastic. Look at this. And the A1. A1 is massive. It really is big. And this is such a deal. $29 for 24 of these. Obviously 12. But it is such phenomenal that you're getting all these maps. And when you're doing your own role-playing stuff, you can totally do scenarios based in this world here. You've got to remember, though, that there's going to be a great support post-campaign where people are home brewing their own scenarios, and hopefully there'll be some kind of app people can kind of upvote them so you can see what the 5-star ones that are created by that. And I personally believe that Dragori will do a second RPG Kickstarter sometime in the future anyway, and will bring out more stories, because I really think that what they've built here is a platform going forward for RPGs. Do you know what we missed? We missed is the pledges, the new pledge tiers. So let's go to that. All right. They're basically saying we're going to have an uptick. It's coming, Bapo. It's coming. Don't you worry. They're introducing that big guy here. Now, here you are then. If you're just going for the RPG and you want it all, this is the 259. Comes with a dice pack, and it comes with the minis, the classes pack, the minis that are in the classes pack. The classes pack actually did get stretched in the stretch goals. People were a little complaining about that at the beginning of the campaign, but it did get stretched mid-campaign. Now, if you're returning back, i.e. me, it's going to cost me $338, which would have taken away a lot of games on Kickstarter for us. So this is what we're probably going to have to late pledge and just add on the loss from the losses that we are going to be hit by, unfortunately. I really hope that Dragori honour our pledge and upgrade, because if they get past their 2 million campaign, they've hit their goals for all the community, and we are still going to be up pledging this from our low pledge. It's just the fact that the campaign launched in Q3 this year. If it had launched in the summer, it wouldn't have had any competition, and everyone would have swung all in on it. It was just bad timing, I guess, but yeah. Now, if you're all in though, you're coming in from an RPG perspective, but you want all of the minis. It says here 200 minis. It's $599. My god, this is going to be an expensive game, isn't it? And this doesn't include the painted options as well, which is going to really add it up. So, all in all, you've got to really balance the book, because it's an absolute massive bomb on your wallet, isn't it? But what I can tell you is that these massive games are very rare on Kickstarter, and luckily you can get in on late pledges and stuff when they come out, so you can get them and upgrade them later on, so you don't need to kind of come in and hit it now. So don't be worried about the FOMO. You'll have second and third chances to get it and all that good stuff. But for me, this is a phenomenal, like I said, phenomenal platform for Tanaris. I continue past the board game, and the RPG looks so incredible with the dream team behind it that it's just too irresistible. And you can see some of the playthroughs of the RPGs. It is a really fascinating thing, and especially if you've got the detailed maps and you're going through them, it's still going to feel like the board game from what they've written, the team have written here. So it has that feeling of that. It's basically when you've done it, when you've finished all of the content, you're then into going on your what people are writing. But I just think you've got such an epic ton of content that even when it delivers, you won't even got through half of it, and they'll probably kickstart another RPG and sell some more adventures, and that'll be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, this is I think this is a new platform. I think we're gonna get more support in the future, and one of the things Dragori have always said is that all their minis will support future products from the company. So they're not interested in dropping this and going on to a different genre. They are totally committed to the Tanaris world, and expect massive support going forward in the future, and other amazing Kickstarters coming from Dragori, which just flesh out your Tanaris kit. But it's going to end up becoming a big section of your library is the Tanaris game, and it's just going to be one epic amount of content that can sit next to Madara Acts 1, 2 and 3 and the Gloomy Haven and Frost Haven boxes, because the three of them are the big massive bombs, the absolute world-ending mothers of all evil bombs that we've hit, that have come on Kickstarter. Just all incredible RPGs, and we are blessed that we've got these teams working for us here on Kickstarter. Of course, the place where miracles happen, and my god, what a time to be in. Well, peeps, thank you so much for watching the video. Please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments where you are on this pledge. Have you had to just min pledge in like I have because there's too much good stuff out there, or have you been put blinkers on and ignoring all the great campaigns at the minute and just hunkering down all in on this big beauty? But don't you worry, I'll be joining all you peeps on late pledged. I am not letting this game get away from me, no way. And oh, can't wait, cannot wait. It's just so exciting. And what else would I love to see from Tanaris? They might even have to Kickstarter this, but a foreteller app for the adventure, where it potentially has music for all the scenarios you go on and voice acting and all that great stuff. That would need probably its own Kickstarter, because you'd have to do foreteller for Arena, foreteller for Tanaris, foreteller for Adventures in the Realm of Madness. Oh, that'd be 3 foreteller things to do. Or they could just be working on that in the background and sell it as an add-on later on, because the foreteller shop and all that stuff. Or we might see that in the Tanaris RPG 2.0 when they bring out more books, that they foreteller it up. Because let me tell you, Dragori, your big, not competitors, but your big friends, Madara and Gloomhaven and Frosthaven, that will sit on people's shelves like an amazing achievement, they are all foretellered up. And what the foreteller app tells us is that your game is an incredible adventure story. And other games that are getting foreteller are the Isofarian Guard, the unofficial Skyrim game, which of course you can late back now up until Halloween. I'll put my video link up there. You really need to check that out, actually. And, of course, the Dungeons of Affinity, which recently just had its second Kickstarter, and what a miracle on Kickstarter that was. But, yeah, absolutely fantastic. If you love the coverage of the channel, you will love our podcast, which is the news of Kickstarter from the week, and we also do 50% music on the channel, which I'm totally honest, you will love that music. Please listen to the podcast and give me some feedback. If you don't like the music, let me know. But hopefully it will really introduce you into a new world of music that you've never, ever heard of before. A new genre of music, which is the video game industry from the 80s, 90s, noughties, 10s and 20s. So, once again, thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Lipstickpaddy. You've been listening to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.